Greetings, CBC. Welcome to this week's Sunday warm-up. I am so looking forward to being back with you this week, this Sunday, and looking forward to being back in the pulpit and preaching and teaching and just being a full part of worship this Sunday. Was nice to be back the last couple of Sundays, a part of the worship team, but being limited still a little bit to my normal kind of Sunday morning routine. So I'm really looking forward to being back. I'm ready to go. So be ready for Sunday. Now, before we get into Sunday, let me just offer some gratitude, being it is Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving to you, a little bit early, depending on when you may be seeing this warm-up video. But also I want to say thank you to the team here, to the staff, to elders, deacons, all those that chipped in, were a part of leading some areas and filling in some spots for me while I was gone. Thank you to Matt and Tom for filling the pulpit and preaching and teaching there for me, and for the staff and those that covered some of those day-to-day kinds of things. So grateful for all of your grace and prayers in allowing this space for me to spend some time extra in prayer and in study. It was a real blessing. So thank you to all of you who supported, and certainly to the team here at the church that we are blessed to have that serve us and care for this flock. All right. This Sunday, we begin the first Sunday of Advent, looking at the birth of Christ, the Advent, the coming of Jesus Christ, and we will be looking at the sign of Emmanuel. As we do that, and I want to do this on Sunday morning just real briefly, but I'd like you to think about it this week in the warm-up. What does Emmanuel mean? How do you define Emmanuel? What does that title mean? When you think about Emmanuel, what are maybe words or images or thoughts that come to mind? And so I want us to be thinking about that leading up to Sunday, and we'll begin there very briefly on Sunday morning together. And then we'll read our text for this week, Isaiah chapter 7, verses 1 to 17, where we will see in context that first word of and the sign of Emmanuel that Isaiah gave to King Ahaz. And so we want to take a look at what was happening around King Ahaz's kingdom. We want to see the things that were happening and the warnings of what was about to happen, their response. We want to hear what Isaiah's words were, God's words essentially, through Isaiah to Ahaz. And then we also want to look back a little deeper and to see what was King Ahaz's response. What was his response? And so we get a little bit of details in Isaiah 7, but we get more details in terms of his response to the events that were happening in 2 Kings chapter 16. Now, you really could read all of that. We're going to look at verses 5 to 10 in particular, but if you read all of 2 Kings 16, you'll get a fuller picture that will really help prepare for Sunday. So Isaiah 7, 1 to 14, 1 to 17, somewhere in there, in 2 Kings chapter 16. That's going to give us everything in terms of what was happening in the immediate context around the people of Israel and the giving of this first promise of the prophecy of Emmanuel. Take a look also that'll fit and help us in some things we're going to be looking at here this Sunday at Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22, and Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. We'll do all that work, and then as we end, we want to open with, at the closing, we want to open Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 to 25. Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 to 25, and that's where the angel is giving Joseph the message of Emmanuel. So that's it. Really focus in on three passages of Scripture, Isaiah 7, 2 Kings 16, and Matthew chapter 1. Let's be in prayer together for this week. Let's be in a serious time of preparation in pockets of spaces this week as we prepare ourselves to come together for this Sunday morning. The blessing of coming together in worship and study, but also as we prepare for this another Christmas season that's before us. So looking forward to being with you this Sunday. Hope to see you this week. God bless you guys. You are in my prayers. Love you. Looking forward to being back with you this Sunday. God bless you.